my lips. Hi, we're here. Welcome, welcome. We're happy to see you all. Thanks for being patient. We decided to eat up front where the air is nice and cool, and lo and behold, we kind of forget about time. And then we get casual. And so today we've got 2 cameras in place. We're going to be trying something new.
New tech.
Gone is the Sling Studio. These cameras can handle 30% more heat. We've got one stationary at Command Central here, and the second one is going to pan around the studio and be nice and smooth. We move it nice and slow.
Oh yeah.
And you'll still be in all the action.
We got a brand new banner right up here, looking pretty darn fresh.
Watch that bus going.
Sun's blasting on it, kind of hard to see right now. But yeah, we're making some additions around here.
Yeah, we got a world record event coming up.
There's a lot going on right now. A lot going on, but it's good. It's growing. It's growth. And it's really good. And this is show 171, folks. If you're just joining in now, I'm seeing some comments over here.
Oh, happy birthday to Uncle Dennis. He turned 41.
41, all right, Uncle Dennis.
And that's a joke, but he turned 41 in my mind. And we had chocolate cake, chocolate mousse cake.
Super tasty.
Ran out of time to open his gift. We had tacos.
Yep.
And we've got one custom order, which isn't on the board, but we will get it up there. It's a psychedelic mug.
We got a really
open
nice
to interpretation.
Custom order coming up. And just stick with us for a minute, folks, as we get the audio and everything figured out. We got a new style of tech we're working with here. So there's going to be some kinks, and we're going to work through it. Appreciate your input, but also if there's anything too hairy, refresh your feed, and just keep coming back to us, and we're going to make it work all throughout the night.
We are working on sound.
That's what I just said.
So this is the giveaway. Tonight's giveaway, if you want to enter, you send your entry to enews@glassacademy.com. The contest is balloons. If you got your e-news and opened it, we're talking about bubbles and balloons and balloon animals.
Oh, yeah.
You know how sometimes you go to the festival and they're like swirl them all up and they're like an umbrella or a little dog or all the crazy stuff. So the question was, what is your coolest bubble thing that you've seen?
Coolest bubble thing?
A balloon thing.
Balloon thing. Look at that. We got emojis coming through. Happy birthday, Uncle Dennis. We got all kinds of cool stuff happening.
Who's doing the warm-up?
We're probably going to get Chris in here for the warm-up unless he wants me to go for it.
Okay.
He's over there. So we'll go ahead and do it.
Well, you start.
And for Dave out there, we're going to be having a great custom order. I'll explain all the colors I picked out. I'll explain how it's going down and what the deal is with it. And Dave Worth is getting his first custom order. He's actually a glass blower himself, and we're going to talk about that a lot more later on.
Okay.
So do we want to give it a switch over to the other camera? Are we ready for that, to give it a shot? Or how are we feeling?
Here we go.
Let's give it a shot. Switch it over.
Sam switching it.
Yeah. Sparkly?
It's sparkling.
Oh yeah, it is. Something's funky about it.
Maybe it's the TV.
Oh, now it's smacking and cracking.
That cord is pretty weird.
Yeah, I think they would need a new cord on it.
The cord is brand new. Never been used. Okay. So then we're going to switch up the cords.
Just that extension in between one and the other.
That little thing.
All right. Well, the beginning looks good.
What I will say is I got bar color up, and for this custom order that we're going to do, let me show you guys the colors that we're working with, because, and Dave, if you're watching, let's see a comment right now. So I know you're watching, I assume you're watching, but haven't seen you quite yet. But let me show you the 4 colors I got picked out for Dave's mug. Now, folks, this is Dave's. How many of you guys remember the psychedelic mug from the experimental show? That one got a lot of love. Tanya posted that one on the Glass Academy Addicts page on Facebook, and there was a lot of love for that on there as well. Dave's in the house. We'd love to see it. And this is the mug based off of this. Dave's a glass blower. He's learning how to blow glass, and he was really inspired by that piece. Loved all the color, loved the way it came together, and thought it was a challenging piece that he'd love to see some tips about and kind of just see the way it works and what's going through our brain as we're making the piece. So that's what Dave's getting done tonight. It's a different one. It's not exactly the same. He said it's pretty much up to artist choice. We talked about a few things, a clear handle. We're going to have a few colors, some contrasting colors on the body, and then we're going to have a very bright contrasting color on the top and the bottom, the lip and the foot. And I think we're going to switch up the style of it so it's not so haphazard this time too. Chris mentioned something, and I want to try something else that I think is going to look super psychedelic and pretty darn sweet. So that's the plan. But here's the 4 colors I chose for this piece. And we're working with bar color again. Look at that.
It's so fun.
Yeah, it's super nice.
This is so bizarre for us. You guys realize when people do stuff on TV, they have a whole TV crew that does this? It's like, we're learning.
So we got this guy right here. Look at this. Wait till the camera focuses up on it. Oh, baby, there we go. Take a look at this.
Of these.
Weisenthal, baby. This is how many VIP members out there saw it. Sam, was that post on Friday, or have they seen that video yet? This Friday. This Friday, you're going to have an amazing video about the color that we purchased. Brand new color bar from a lady from Canada, and this is some of it right here. This is, you can see it says green right there. That's green, and there's some numbers and whatnot. This company's out of business, so we can't match this color. We can't replace it. We're just going to use it and enjoy it as it lasts. And you see the swirls in it. That's the way it strikes, folks. So that's not all going to be all that swirly and crazy. It's going to actually mellow out and become a beautiful, opaque, smooth, tasty green. Then we come down the line. 2 of these are actually from her batch. This is a beautiful purple. Let that focus right up on there. Boom.
Should I go get the banana phone?
I tried it so we know what's what. We could show off the banana phone right now. We see the way we cut that bar. I chopped it off. I put pieces like probably that big, that little tiny piece on the end for each of these trails that we're going to do on the mug. Then I got a beautiful blue. I think we have another cord, a different cord, if that's, well, you don't, yeah, maybe Sam will let you know, I don't know. Is there another cord for them? No other cord, so that camera's just toast. But there's the blue, beautiful blue, baby blue, you might call that. And you can see that striking line in there too, which is super cool.
Should we do that?
No, can we take this camera for that station?
And then this is going to be our body color. Any guesses? I'm not looking at the comments right now, but any guesses? And I'll let you take a look at the Kugler tag here, straight from Germany. This one's called, now I'm not even going to tell you. You look at it. If you need to do a Google translation, go ahead. But this is, and you can barely see it on the edge here, up here a little bit, a beautiful, beautiful something or other. So that's the color spiel. That's what we're using. We're going to put this transparent.
Wait, did you talk about the compatibility?
Nope, I'm going to talk about that in a second. But this is going to be the base color of the entire mug. It's going to have this as the whole thing. I'm going to blow it out into a little bubble. Then we're going to take a trail of each of those 3 colors and spiral it down and twist it up and do some
should I start heating up the color? Because that's going to take a hot moment.
It could take a moment, yep. We could probably start heating up the color and getting it prepared. But we do want to know kind of what the deal is here as well.
We're going to move Command Central camera, this camera, to tripod over their camera. So we can start and let them go to it. We'll keep talking and see what happens.
All right, then let's do it. Any, let's see, I didn't see any guesses here from that transparent color. minute we're working on the mics, folks. If you guys just joined us, I see we're up about 30 or 40 people since the start of the show. We got new technology. We bought another camera. We're really working through a new system online here, so bear with us as we get the audio figured out.
Hey, I like this.
The camera figured out, and what?
James, Michelle, and the rest of the family had a blast on Saturday making the bulbs. And we're having customers come in, so now I'm recognizing name with the face.
Awesome.
Which is pretty cool, because we have some...
Very cool.
Okay.
All right, camera 2. Let's see what we got.
There it is.
Is that quality looking good? It's looking good?
Yeah. Okay, you get the door, I'll grab a color.
And now to fix the audio, Sam said, so stick with us, folks. Vicky, that psychedelic mug is on the Glass Academy Addicts page. That's already owned by one of our biggest patrons of the arts, Tanya, and she posted a few pictures of it on the Facebook page created by you all, the Glass Academy Addicts. So if you're not a part of that page, it's got about 500-something followers on it. You should join there and take a look at it and see what that thing turned out to be, because it was beautiful. I had no chance. It was her birthday. I had to give it to her before I could show you guys, and I apologize about that. But we're going to show you the banana phone in a minute, and we'll talk about compatibility. For now, I'm going to start gathering up some...
Hey, can you get the door?
Color. I see one guess. I see two guesses. One of them's pretty darn close. I'll grab the door, yep. So that one big one on the left will be for me on the blowpipe. The other two little ones will be prepared.
I'm pretty sure I grabbed the right one.
I think you did.
Get this handy dandy heat shield in place.
So if you guys saw on the experimental show, we experimented a little bit more with bar color, and this is a very dense, strong, powerful pieces of color. I got 3 of them in there. I just showed you the colors, and the reason Michelle gave the idea that we should start gathering these up and getting them figured out is that it takes a lot of time to heat even a chunk the size of a grape all the way into the core and have it have an even heat so it comes off. The whole thing could be moving, but the heat's not distributed correctly, so it's really hard to apply the way you want to the piece.
Water bucket?
Oh, yep. We were actually, Matt and I were working out of the small hole earlier today. We worked pretty early this morning up until now. We actually made some shot glasses today. So I'm going to pick up number 2. She's preheating that. I'll put a brick in here for save it. You know, actually, if you're already heating up that, I might just go for my body color. Just get the mug started.
Yeah, I mean, go for it.
I don't need to warm her up. I'm warm.
I know.
This is getting warm with the zip ties over.
The reality is, this is kind of why we don't make pieces like this on the show very often. When there's this much color, there's a lot of adding stuff on. There's many layers. Glass blowers are like 2 to 3 as a team and up to 5 or 6. So if you're doing something with multiple colors, usually you plan out the day. And you have multiple glass blowers just in charge of certain things. Kind of like sometimes how you see construction workers just standing around doing the, waiting for the next job to be done. That kind of is what happens sometimes. So, I'm going to chill the clear on the pipe a little bit. And then the color is going to be nice and hot. I've seen someone have like a hot bottle that they squirt on. That would make a lot of sense. We don't do work like this very often, so using the tweezer just works just fine.
So I just put a little ring of clear on the end of the pipe, and I just picked up that deep color, which we're going to see. I might even just leave it as a complete surprise and let people see it on the annealer reveal, because I think people are going to love it. It's not a cheap color. But Dave wanted a beautiful piece, so what are you going to do? Give him a beautiful piece.
You need to meet up with color here.
You're all set and zip tied out.
Which color, that blue that's in there?
Either one would be just fine.
Unlike a TV station, we've got 2 cameras on it. I'm not sure which one is the...
But I'm actually going to have to blow a bubble again over this first, so maybe it's...
So you're only on the marble? shapes the glass. This is a green. My guess is Jake's going to use all of it. And the time is right.
You could probably prep the next one and put that one up there.
Oh, yeah?
Because I'm going to blow a bubble, I'm going to gather a thin layer clear over it, and then these are going to be on the outside. So this beautiful transparent color is going to be encased in clear like that psychedelic mug was. Which camera are we on now?
You're on Dennis.
All right. And this, all the other three pieces of art color, the green, the purple, and the blue, are going to be spiraled up on the outside. Another big shouts out to everyone who bought those 4th of July mugs. We made a few more of them yesterday. Just some orders from the experimental show, and that's pretty exciting. Those were really fun to make. Really good time, pretty darn satisfying. Yeah, and you can't really watch the bar color. If I go to blow a bubble in this right now and the core is still cold, it might just shoot out right to the side off the end of the pipe and leave a big chunk on the bottom. You really want to just relax and take it easy. So is it true that we have the chat on the screen?
I want to give a shout out to Sam. We do not have the chat on our screen, but we got it on
the regular screen, don't we? Opportunity for this.
This is working.
So let us know what you think. What?
This is working.
Yeah, it's working.
Here?
No.
All right, Kelly says, where is Chris tonight? He was hanging a banner. He's adding color to Jake's mug, and he is here. He's just in the background, lurking. If everyone answered that bubble question, how many bubbles do we have made? Everyone seemed a little shy. There was not a ton of responses. But
We got more bubbles to make, that's for sure.
yeah,
Come on,
did you
baby.
see my list that I did?
What's that?
13 bubbles in 36 minutes.
13. Oh, yeah, Matt was checking that out.
That was to give him something to work toward.
It was perfect. So there we go. I got all that color lined up on there. We got a bubble introduced. I'm going to let it cool down. I'm going to get it clear over it. Puff it out a little bit. Let it stiffen up. And then we're going to put the trails on. You're going to do what you were talking about, the zigzag. But I think there might be an even better way to do it for a tighter zigzag. Did you say better? Yeah. Because normally you do the up and down, right? Straight lines.
Yeah, and then we twist it up and do like the switchback action.
Right.
What's up, everybody? That's right. This is me. It's not Kate. Chris over here. Getting the colors ready. Nice to see everybody out there. Happy mid-July season. Yep. This is when all the giraffes and wild animals of the safari live in Michigan.
Yeah.
We interrupt this broadcast to say our neighbors have a cherry pie for us.
What?
Yes, but they recognize that we're not doing gluten for the next 3 months, so they said,
Happy your son.
they would like it.
No way.
What neighbor? What neighbor has cherry pie for us?
Carrie and Susan.
I love homemade cherry pie.
I can hand deliver the cherry pie to Jake.
Nice.
Gonna make it there, but I'm gonna have to just say, screw that anti-gluten stuff just for one more day.
Yeah, well, the doctor recommended.
That's what you did today after you ate the
Okay.
cake.
I had my doctor's phone today, and I came out with a fine bill of health.
That is the worst when you are trying to do something and like 2 bites. Are you not doing gluten?
It's horrible. It's horrible. You gotta write it on your forehead or something.
It's like
murder. Is there a problem with dating yourself?
Not at all.
Why is it such a bad thing?
I don't know. I do it all the time. Sometimes I even go on a date by myself.
I know, that's what it sounds like, dating yourself to go to the movies.
I used to love going to the movies by myself.
Until they close the movie
Go to the
theater.
movies, you never talk to anybody anyways. All you do is sit there.
It's true.
So what does that somebody have to go there with you for?
Because you'd be cuddling.
Really?
Yeah.
That.
You're not cuddling at the movies then. I don't know what you're doing there.
I don't know. I'm not
Yeah, that's the
cuddling.
youngins.
I'm not cuddling at the movies. I can't get Michelle to stay for the whole movie.
I fall asleep. How about this? A girl on the farm today said, oh yeah, I found this vintage show called ER.
Don't you pull up a little bit more there like that?
Then I can't drink my water.
You ready for this one? How about Benny Hill? Everybody remember Benny Hill?
I hated Benny Hill.
When they had the camera, they were doing all their trying to do their movies, and the camera, the microphone would come into the scene and bop them in the forehead.
Concentration now. That like messes with your eye.
Yeah, it's definitely tripping my eyeballs out. You get a little haphazard, the extra. No haphazard. No haphazard? No, none of that.
Alright. Yeah, save that.
Adventurine?
It kind of looks like it, but it's not.
Definitely save it for a
I know it
trail.
looked like that when I was making the mug. I thought the thing was completely sparkling and getting crazy, but
You ready for this one now?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Don't stress it, Sam. It's all good. It's all good. Here we go.
What, you want to take it?
This one's going to be finessed right in between those two lines, just like the USA mug. Does anybody remember Vanessa Hutchins? Am I doing myself with that one?
I don't know who Vanessa Hutchins is.
Well, anybody my age would. Get in there!
Got it.
Wow. I'm going to give it a little heat and I'm going to show you guys because it's looking tight. The key is going to be the switchback now. We want to get it real psychedelic.
Well, if sound is cutting in and out, we'll just figure it out. The only problem, guys, with this extreme heat and humidity is that all I want to do is go home and go to bed every night. Earlier and earlier every night. That's still good, though. I had a beetle situation. What? In my kitchen, the one light I love to leave on, this beautiful yellow light that makes the whole kitchen look great, is right by the window, and it looks like a brand new window. Everything's nice about it. I went outside and I figured it out, but there was one beetle that came in, and then I gently let him outside. I was like, be gone, little fella. And then there were like two more, and then I started like freaking out. And they were like, by the end of the night, I killed like 15 beetles that were coming in through that window. What kind of beetle? It was like a June bug?
Is it that tiny little beetle that's in the front office?
I don't know.
Stink bug?
No, it was a beetle. It was slippery, and it was beetleish and slippery. You couldn't grab it. Every time I grabbed it, I just, you'd fly off. It was horrible. Yeah.
Never heard of a slippery beetle. Anybody knows anything about a slippery beetle, please speak up.
But anyway, I got those things good. It was just the frame of the screen was bowed out, and they were just crawling into my house.
So, I mean, they do get, I think they might get attracted to yellow light.
So for Dave's piece, now, as we spoke about, he's interested in how this goes down and what we're doing. And so to talk a little more technical about what's going down here. All right. That first...
I will.
All right. that first psychedelic mug was crazy. And he knew that, and we were not trying to recreate that psychedelic mug. We want the psychedelic colors. So this is a way when we go for, we agreed upon having a nice base color to kind of settle everything down, and then having accent colors like we got going on right here is going to be a really good way to have the psychedelicness without the craziness of a bunch of different melting temperature colors.
If you did swirl it up in like Van Gogh style,
Yeah.
if you twisted it and then pulled it up so that the twist came out and you cut it off, you wouldn't have those two pokes. No, like this, if you were Van Gogh anyway, you know, twist it up and pull that out so it was almost like a curly key, like a 2D hairdo, but then cut them off so you don't have the
Right.
pick nose marks you got.
I know what you're saying.
And then it would be really like psychedelic that way, doing them both ways. You only have to do probably 5 twists on there, and that's it. And I think the action would be all...
I thought I was going for the zigzag, though.
Well, I don't know how you can zigzag that, because it's all spinning anyways. You have to, like, reverse axis or something, maybe?
Reverse spin it. I'm going to go like this.
We'll try that first and see what happens. I'm going to cap it.
Now, is that the right way?
Looks pretty cool down on the bottom. Might turn it into liquid water. Start getting at the psychedelic. You gotta get that, what's his name? The guy who, Austin Powers.
He's the
Get the
man.
music going. Ouch! Down. Start kicking, turning around, doing some crazy dance.
I wonder if I could suck the bubble out of here so I could do something really funky with it.
Suck the bubble out. We're going to fold it over.
You can, if you get it hot enough, you can.
That's a long reheat.
It's hot. It's hot right now.
You could do you could honey on the side.
Just start
Open a
marbling it
hole.
from the end and close the bubble up.
Open a hole in the side.
What?
And then you put another blowpipe on and you seal the other hole. You do
Reverse
that.
access?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty psychedelic.
You started getting some crazy action up top.
It is flowing pretty good. It's flowing real good.
Well, the thing, you guys, about this process is that we added all the color on, and that was the quick part. Now we're doing the color, almost painting on the surface with the tools. Jay's going to be using a tweezer. He's going to be manipulating that color pattern to make it super psychedelic and crazy and out of this world groovy.
These are all colors that aren't going to have issues with each other either. So I'm not too worried about swirling it up too wild. This is what I want to do right here.
That was a snug or a caterpillar move.
That looked crazy. That looked like a snuffleupagus.
It does look pretty
Nose. Nobody knows who Snuffy is. But he would talk like that, and he would have his trunk going like this, and he would talk about all kinds of crazy things to the young children. Snuffleupagus.
Sounds kind of crazy.
Sounds like you haven't been out of the house in a
You
while.
know who Snuffleupagus's best friend was? Does everybody know? Big Bird! Put it on there. Oh, thanks for telling everybody, Shell. I was hoping to have everyone guess.
I'm sorry. For once, I knew the answer.
So this is a pretty funky move here. We're going to see if it works out because I've pretty much, I don't know what's going on with the bubble, and I folded the whole piece over on itself. I'll show you guys here in a second. It's going to be pretty wild. I'm just going to try and reintroduce the bubble and just see what happens.
Reintroduce, is that like dating someone? Like, hi.
There's still a bubble in there.
You guys met a couple years ago, but let me
I think
reintroduce
just a lot of margarine and a little puffing.
Just going to finesse it.
If you need a break,
Congratulations.
just holla.
I'll give you guys an up close right here, right now.
What happened?
So you got the straight lines on one side, then you got the fold over twist on the opposite side.
That camera's got a
The
nice
handle's
view.
going
Look
to
at
go
that.
right on the crease on either side, one of those other sides of that twist. If that makes
And when
sense.
the time's right, folks, I'm going to pull this out on Jake.
Uh-oh.
That's
You're
right.
gonna measure it?
Watch out.
He's going to need it. It's just part of the whole process.
Was it supposed to be a certain size?
Yeah, Dave said he wanted like a 35 ouncer. I was going to gather over this.
Big,
All right.
like a growler.
So should I go get a cup with 35 ounces so you have an idea?
Nah.
All right.
Big cup.
Do you want to see if Dennis can pan over the table while Jake's doing this reheating?
Yeah, you want to do a pan on the table, Dennis? I think we went live on the featured table.
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, he's got it.
Oh yeah, now you
Looks
can
like-
even probably zoom in on some of those babies. The featured table is live. We are having a little bit of that crazy situation going on there, but there are some pretty ones up here, guys. I happen to say that, yes, there is a, what is it,
What
black
is it?
bucket sapsucker.
Black bucket sapsucker.
There's a mini baby black bucket sapsucker right here. These guys are rare. You can barely catch them.
And Dave and everybody else, don't worry about missing anything. I'm just trying to get the bubble back in here right now.
Yeah, he's just doing a lot of reheating, guys. But we've got the black bucket sapsucker. This is a piece that Jake made the other day on a whim, and it is pretty cool. And the neat thing about it is
So cool.
that center is a magnifying glass that makes everything reverse when you look through it. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to drink too much margarita or after dinner liqueur and then start looking through that thing, because it will make you go crazy.
We may or may not have a bet as to who's going to purchase that piece.
Really?
Me and Marissa. Those are all Marissa's favorite pieces from the gallery, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Marissa picked those all out, from left, from right, from old, and from new.
I mean, number 5, the pineapple. Check that puppy out. Jake really got into the pineapples when he came back from Pittsburgh. He had pineapple on the brain. And I'll tell you right now, I think everybody's got pineapple on the brain, because all the kombucha places I go all have kombucha, fresh squeezed pineapple with mint and other things. It is tasty. We've got this gorgeous Discello on the wall. That is a beautiful one with some opaque colors. You ready to get crazy over there now, Jake?
I'm about ready to get crazy.
So you're going to be up for a gather?
No, just a bench blow. I was joking about
All right.
that.
Sounds good. Well, we're going to get back over here. You guys, we're going to explain more of that feature table for you guys. All that stuff's live on the website.
6:30?
They're all one and dones.
6:45.
Yeah, they're all one and dones, guys. That, if you're new, that means there isn't any more of them. They're all
You're
one of a
getting
kind. No
what's
one's
on
going to
the
have one
table.
just like it.
So I got the bubble in there really even. It's actually really nice, which means we're going to see how the color comes out on the inside, but the rest of this stuff is looking great.
Not
Blow?
gathering over it?
No, blow. Oh, yeah. Good. It's looking good.
Yeah, it is.
Now, I got a question for Dave and Michelle. If you could just kind of keep an eye on the comments.
Yep, I am. Dave, you want to see what his...
I've got a brand new, he wanted bright colors and he wanted contrasting colors and complementary colors. He pretty much wanted it all. And so what I've got here is a beautiful blue, green, purple, and maybe a little pink mixed in there color combo. And when I thought the contrasting, which is what we said for the foot and the lip, I thought about using our brand new orange. An orange we've only had for about a month now. And, blow. I'd like to get some confirmation from Dave that he's an orange guy and that he wouldn't mind.
Yes, I looked back. His last comment said,
Good.
sweet.
I
And
think
he
that
hasn't
orange is
said
about
anything since then.
one of the most groovy colors out there.
It's pretty groovy. Pretty groovy.
Big time.
Orange is the color of creativity.
So we'll go with that unless Dave says otherwise.
All right, he hasn't said anything, Dave. If you're out there,
Now it's getting funky on me here. So this is where I can get a little technical with it, Dave, and talk about all the water on my bench.
Diana said she was going on vacation. She almost forgot to tune in.
Hello?
We might have to talk to her about that.
Watch out, Diana. good?
It's all good. Summertime, we all get mixed up.
So what's tricky right now is where I folded it over, that area, it really wants to collapse on itself. It got a little extra thin over there for some reason. So when I'm taking these heats, there's a 2-second fine line where I got to be ready to pull this out of here, hang it downwards, and give it a little puff to keep its integrity. Like here it comes right now.
Shout out to Sam. It looks like we got tech figured out. Sounds good.
Got the neck in there good. Blow. It's all about pushing down with these jacks right now.
Do you need a shield or you're good?
Good. We're gonna blow it out one more time. No shield, thank you. But this is something, Dave, that I've been telling both the guys that we're working with here, is that having your hands work together is probably the toughest thing about using the jacks. You know, it kind of seems simple. All your left hand's going, just follow with your right hand, but putting down pressure and following back and forth with slippery metal blades is a pretty tough move. But once you get that locked in and your hands move together without you thinking about it, everything's gonna go a lot smoother. I can promise you that.
You know, we have another birthday. Not only was it Uncle Dennis's birthday, we want to give a shout out to Dave,
Hello?
which is Sam's husband. He's having a birthday. Sitting down, home from work, checking in on the show.
All right,
Special
Dave.
shout out to Dave.
We got multiple birthdays today.
You grab the hose. Actually, we got 3 of us.
We don't need the hose.
Yeah.
Mom, how about a little cabbage?
I can do that. I have
Get any
cabbage.
anti-orange talk from Dave?
All right, Dave says, my auto went quiet for a minute, so I missed what you said, but keep going on whatever you want.
Sounds good, Dave. We're gonna do it.
And we know from experience that, I'll make sure I'm out of the way. Artist choice, you know, there's always got to be that in the mix. You got to do what feels right, what colors are reminiscing with you.
We're going real tight on this, real
Yes.
tight edge.
Can I shut the garage off when you're done?
Yes.
So I'm capping the bottom with my hand, and Michelle's paddling, and Jake's making a nice tight bottom with the jacks right on that, the connection of those 2 pieces of equipment down there. There you go.
Isn't that when you go to the gym, you get a
Looks
tight
good.
bottom?
Yeah, if you work real hard at the gym, you get a tight bottom as well.
That's the best.
All right, we're putting a Maurice on it.
We're gonna
Or a
put
foot.
a Maurice and we're gonna put a foot. Yeah. we're
Probably clear, right?
No, we're doing orange.
All right.
Probably like 2 or 3 good coats, so I want it to be real dense.
I could go up in here after the fact
To tighten this up, but what I found is that for my mugs, if I put, this is something that you don't have to think about. A lot of times in growing up, I just blow out the shape.
I'd have a rounded bottom to it, and I'd be like, yeah, now it's time for the foot. But the more time I spend making mugs, the more I realize the importance of crispifying that edge right there. When you get that edge real tight, you put your foot on, and then you tighten that edge up real tight. You got 3 edges, bottom of the mug, top of the foot, bottom of the foot, that are all crispy clean and in line with each other, and it's a big deal. It's a really big deal.
That's pretty psychedelic.
Remember, that darkest color of all of them is going to be a bright green. I wanted to do something real crazy on the foot, but at the same time, when you've got this much color going on that you finagled into the spot, you don't really want to get too crazy with the foot. You know, I don't want to distract. I just want the color there, but I don't want to distract from the pattern of the color that we already got going on. So that's 3 schmacks of orange. This is, like I said, a brand new orange. It's popping. It's really bright. It's opaque.
Yeah,
It's gonna
it's
look real good.
not so good right now. It's so dark.
It's not what?
It's, you know what I mean? It's hard to see the cool pattern. I see it from here. It's going to be amazing.
That's a stiff color right there.
You got it, baby. You got it.
It's all about squishing it, getting that connection on the bottom right there.
And then the assistant's crushing into it while I just crush right back. That orange is stiff. Nice.
Yes.
I'll show you what lines I'm talking about.
Looking good.
Looks real good. This kind of reminded me of Scooby-Doo a little bit.
The van?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a psychedelic van, man. I don't know what is.
What was that called? It was called the Scooby
It was
van?
the
Scooby Mode.
Groovy.
wasn't it?
It was called the
mystery
Groove
bus?
van or something.
I thought
Mystery
it was
bus?
like the Mystery Mobile or something.
Maybe. That was in between. That was like, I guess Scooby-Doo was around when I was watching a little TV.
When you were a kid, Scooby was around. It's like
Yeah, all
totally
those
a
monsters,
70.
that goon and all those guys.
We didn't watch that stuff. No cartoons for us. You know, so I'm looking at the video. It's kind of interesting. It would be to move one of the wood walls in back behind us would be nice. Because it just allows you to focus more on what's in your hand, not all everything behind you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We'll try that on the next.
I don't know. I think it's nice seeing all that crazy stuff. What do you think?
I just told you what I think.
What'd you say?
I just told you what I think.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, I think that we don't want to like turn it into a sterile white wall box that we're doing demonstrations in, that's for sure.
Yeah, that would happen.
We love those sterile white boxes.
Because that's
You can
who we
rent
are.
a white room, they're called. It would just be like Jake hovering around, floating around with a pipe in his hand.
We could blow some glass
hot
while we were
glass.
floating. It'd be sweet.
In space,
Nice. Thank you.
maybe in the up in the what's that thing called up in space where everyone's
space?
hanging out up there?
The metaverse?
No, that's the fake space. I'm talking about the real space, the space station. I don't know, but we should try to get a glass blowing studio like Hollywood Hot Glass has them on the ocean liner. We should get one in the space station.
That sounds pretty cool.
I should text Elon and ask him.
I was going to say, did you know Elon, the Twitter deal fell through because Twitter wouldn't release the bots, what the bots do on Twitter. So the deal got canceled. Did you hear that one?
I didn't hear it.
This is true.
So the depth that you heat this right now, Dave, will completely affect the way that your pluck and trim happens. And I don't know if you're doing pluck and trims yet or not, but if I was just heating the very top there, I could leave my entire form the way it is and still get a really thin lip up there. But by heating all the way down to the little hump that I see I want to work over and smooth out, I'm going to pull it out from a lot deeper in the mug. But I'm also thinking about the color and where that color comes up to and when it's going to start acting weird on me. If I'm pulling it from all the way down the base of the mug, something's going to go awry. And I also don't want to...
The mystery
Man, it's just a lot of
You
machine.
putting an orange lip wrap on this?
Yes. Real dense.
They said it's called the mystery machine.
You can start it up.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Dave Worth says yes.
He said yes.
Tweeze and trim.
Tweeze
This will
and
make a
trim.
really nice shard for
Oh,
one
that's
of our
going to be a
stepping
great
stone classes.
example of our color.
You gonna use the puffer? Or no?
I don't know. I think I'd rather let the pipe get caught up in my cord here.
That's why I switched mine to this side.
I just didn't do anything.
Ah, Bullwinkle. It's like I remember seeing these, but we never watched them, so I don't know what that was about. He was a moose, right?
He was a moose and he had his buddy, a squirrel.
And what was their cartoon about?
You want to have
I don't
that
even
as
know.
lined up as possible before the lip wrap, so you know if you cut it and you've got a little divot on one side or you got a little high spot on the other side,
What?
when you apply the lip wrap, you can apply it a little thicker in one spot or a little thinner in a different spot, and you can kind of finesse that that edge. Jesus.
In the winter, heating the punny like that is essential. In the summer, it's kind of something you forget about. So again, when the glass is hot, it's really sticky, sticks right on. So how are you guys liking the camera angles? I think that was a really nice shot just now. We scroll back a little bit, got the whole glory hole, and zoom in at the details on the bench.
I like it.
I do too. It's looking really good. Sam's going to figure out, we're not sure if Wheel of Names is going to work. We've got the winners. And there's actually 3 winners tonight, everyone.
3 winners.
3 winners tonight.
Dave, I really like to focus. I like to get some heat up on the punny, and then I like to come out here and really get some extra heat just on the lip wrap that was just applied, so it really fuses together nice, and it's not sticking out or acting all weird on you. Then I'll go in and give the body the heat to where the depth of the piece that I want to open up. And a little extra love on the punny. This is where we're gonna not let it get crazy on us. The less heats, the better. I'm gonna do one more on it. That's good. It's gonna be a
Looking pretty
big mug
good.
again.
I think even having a slight taper in there looks nice.
Yeah?
It'll be pretty big if you go straight sided. It might look nice if it just came up like that. What's the psycho dealio with the handle, Jake?
Clear, watery handle, not taking away anything
Oh, the camera is
from the
hot.
mug.
What
Start
is
her
it?
up.
Yeah.
No optical twist.
Nope.
We never tried an optical twist
Got
with a
it.
switchback on that.
That'd be crazy.
All right, I hear the camera's looking amazing. People like the view. The camera's hot, but it's holding up.
This thing's making me work for it. But I did just knock it down a little. I'm pretty happy with that shape, that wall shape. Look at that.
Jake is doing a great job explaining. Dave, your piece is going to be awesome.
So this is the handle here, guys. I got it. Jake said he wants it all clear, real watery. He wants Dave to be thirsty whenever he touches his mug. Look at a nice gather.
I wonder if Dave's on making blown handles at this point.
Where's he blowing? Is he blowing glass?
Yeah, he's aspiring glass blower. I believe he.
Where?
He just told me where he was just blowing glass at.
This wasn't the guy who came. That was Howard or something. Not Howard. Someone else that
I
came.
don't think Dave's visited the shop before. This was his first custom order. He's been commenting. He's asked some pretty nice technical questions over the years. I believe he's a hobbyist as a glass blower. Let me just grab the handle tool.
You want a flash?
Nope. Let's do it.
Take a flash. Take a flash.
Dave says Vandalia
got the
Glass
mic.
Works.
We got a good handle.
Did I say that wrong? Yeah, he turned it off. Fell out of his pocket.
All right. It's
Jake
looking
lost
good.
his mic. In the heat of the moment, the mic has gone.
Ready? Oh yeah, the super squisher.
So that just means from now on it's just Chris talking. Working it out.
Looking
Don't forget
good.
the GA stamp.
Actually, I do like the handle being clear
I
because
love the
it
clear
magnifies
handles.
all that crazy color. And it is psychedelic.
All right, GA stamp. Don't forget. Dave says he's been blowing a little more than a year now.
Nice. Well, that's great, Dave. You got the bug. You can tell everybody it's an addiction, that's for sure, guys. If you're a perfectionist and you want to be good at something, try glass blowing because you'll get hooked and you'll want to get good at it. It's very, very frustrating when you lose pieces, and it's just a real hardcore challenge. It's not easy. That is one beautiful looking piece, Jake. Looking for the stamper? The GA stamp, folks, we put it in every one of our pieces, so you know it came from the Glass Academy here in Dearborn, Michigan, which is tagged as the Little D right outside of Detroit. Perfecto. This is show number 171, guys. And Jake and I did talk about doing some crazy competition this show, but we got all tied up with all the technical issues and we didn't do it, but we're gonna do it. Just when we do, you're gonna be blown away.
July 22nd. It's going to happen. We could binge watch it all weekend.
Look at that, guys.
All right. Looks good. Show it lower because it's getting the backdrop of the windows, Jake. You know what I mean? Those are too bright. If
Yeah, you're
hold
shooting it
lower,
into the window.
and then you can't see the color. Just hold it down.
There, you can see the color now. All you got to do is look at that. He sees it on the camera. It's perfect. All right. So he's equalized the heat by showing you guys that amazing mug that he just did. But we got to get it in the annealing oven. We don't want to be messing around with something custom that's so beautiful. We want to get that thing on the knockoff bench. We want to torch the punty so it's perfectly smooth. And then we're going to get it in the oven, which is sitting at about 1,000 degrees, guys. And that thing is going to incubate this glass. It's going to incubate it like an egg. Yep, just like a baby chicken. I hope a baby chicken doesn't hatch out of this thing. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about, guys. That's a sweet custom order. We love doing custom orders. You guys, most of you know the deal, but for anyone who's watching the show, this show gets watched thousands of times after it's been live. So a lot of times we say things because we want the people who aren't watching it live to know what we're doing and what we're talking about. But if you want a custom piece made, I can make it, Jake can make it, but Jake's in charge of the orders. You go to theglassacademy.com, glassacademy.com. You go to the custom order link, and you click on it, and it shows you a form. You fill it out, and it gets sent right to Jake, and he calls you up and goes through all the design aspects of it and everything. And you can pick the date you want us to do it on the show, and we do it. And it's cool. You just saw it before your very eyes. Nice job.
That was a sweet one. That was a cool one. Took all three of us to make it happen with the color for sure. And I hope nobody minded that treacherous mic situation there.
I don't even think anybody noticed it.
Swing by this way. We're going to go over some of the table stuff. Voila. I think we talked about this on one of the other shows, but I wanted to go over it. Someone told me that a pineapple, you put it on your table when you're having a party, and then it's kind of on the centerpiece, but when you want your guests to go home, you just kind of move the pineapple off the table, And in
yeah.
Hawaii, like, guests know that, so when they see the pineapple removed from the table, they know it's time to go home.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think that's kinda
I
cool.
also think there's something really nice to be said about having the kind of relationship with your friends that you could say, I'm going to bed now.
Well, you can, but I'm just saying it's a little more subtle. If
I
it's
always-
a big party and there's 50 people.
I thought you put a moldy pineapple on your table and everyone just split.
Smells horrible.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Oh.
But back in the day, we used to just put James Taylor on Country Road, and everybody would start falling asleep on the couch, and then you just say, see ya.
Bye-bye.
So this is a Discello, super cool colors. It's got this really nice metal backing on it. This one would look really nice in a window, because at night it's going to look completely different. It won't have my fingerprints all over it. But we'll hang it back on its easy to attach table. We've got some of our cactus.
Did we notice the cane pumpkin from last year? One of like 3 or 4 cane pumpkins
Yeah,
that
still available.
made it through the pumpkin fiasco.
I think I set it aside was really what happened. Neither one.
know what
Party.
either one is, honestly.
Pumpkin party.
Fiesta.
Fiesta. We did have Mexican, so it is like a fiesta over here.
So
All
it's
right.
Chris's turn to get crazy with something. I don't think we know what he's doing.
Yes, we're all kind of wandering aimlessly.
I'm resting.
That was a hard piece you just blew.
Oh,
I will take a picture of Sam's setup to give you an idea.
There's a lot going on.
There
over
is a lot going on.
You know where there's also a lot going on is the bubble below, and we're actually realizing that we got a lot of bubbles left to make here, folks.
Oh, you're not panicking, are you?
So maybe for the last half hour of the show, we'll just make as many bubbles as we can make.
Woohoo!
That'd be
I'm
fun.
going to go look at how much annealing space we have.
So we have out of the 1,000, 234.
And
So
how many days left?
21,
21?
20, no less. 19 now.
Yeah, we got to start really making bubbles. We need like
Well, I
100 a
told
day,
you.
almost, it feels like.
If we do 36,
Oh, yeah.
we did 13 in 36 minutes. You can figure out how much time we need.
Do the math, folks. Help us out.
Okay, do you want to do Wheel of Names? We'll talk about that.
Earthquake. Wheel of Names
Yeah, let's go. Where's the camera?
over there. The Wheel of Names
Wheel
song.
of Names, it's rolling.
You guys know how it works and what the deal is with it.
But actually, this time we didn't have to do Wheel of Names because the question was, how many bubbles do we have made? The answer was 234. I had 2 entries that were both 9 digits apart.
Wow.
Someone said 225 and someone said 243.
So they're both winning?
Well, and then I
25
thought
bucks each?
the 243 was 34 switched, so then I wanted to pick them, but then I was like, they're both 9 digits apart. So they both won a $25 gift card.
2 winners.
First winner,
Kathy S. Stipp.
$25 gift card from the Glass Academy.
Congratulations. No shipping charge on a gift card. You're going to get 25 bucks for any product or class that you want. And then we've got Carolyn Miushki.
Key. And Carolyn won in January.
Really?
So yes, you can win after 6 months. You can win again.
She's the twice in a year specialist. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Did she win 25 bucks or something
25
else?
bucks.
So she got 50 bucks on the year, huh?
Well, the other contest, I don't remember which category.
Okay. Take it away, Chris.
He's thinking of something.
He's thinking, his brain's working.
I know what I'm making. I'm making a Discello. It's going to be a crazy one.
Why don't you tell everyone about that tattoo on your calf?
Me?
Just right in the camera, that one.
That one?
Yeah.
That's the mosaic tile on the DIA floor, folks. Right when you walk into the Detroit Institute of Arts downtown, there's a big, like 12-foot diameter mosaic tile that's right on the floor, and that's it.
And there you go.
Now you know.
There you go. I think the camera quality looks amazing. I think we need a beautiful gimbalizer, and all of a sudden we're going to be doing some serious filming. What does everyone think about that brand new banner we got up there? Looking pretty good. I see some congratulations to a couple of the amazing winners of the week. Julie's telling me to take a deep breath. I wonder if she means because I gotta blow so many bubbles, or if she means when I was getting all crazy because my mic got caught up and everything. But I hope everyone's doing great. Sue from the UP's up there. Sue's gonna be in town fairly soon, I believe. I don't want to talk too much about it, but
Did you talk about the banana?
I haven't talked about the banana. That
Why
would
don't
be a
you
great
talk
thing
about
to
the
do
banana?
on the next piece for sure. It looks like Chris went into the cranberry with some emerald green on top, huh?
In between the cracks.
I am really loving the camera is completely different. I think if we tap on it, you might get the glory hole versus the window. Oh, it takes it out of autofocus.
So
But wow, it's nice and crisp.
Tanya just said that if we do 13 bubbles an hour, which you did 13 in 36 minutes, right?
Correct.
So if we did 13 in an hour, we would have to do it for basically 60 hours.
So 40-hour work week.
So if we say it's a 8-hour minus some breaks, minus all the other orders, if we say 2 hours goes to other orders we have to do, then we've got 6 hours a day. Call 5 hours.
Divided by 2 equals 3 hours a day, times 3 is 9.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing. That was just me. What you want to do is you hand off the pipe to someone else and someone else is starting. So you can double that production with 2 people.
On a bubble?
Doesn't matter. This is a world record. I don't really care.
Who cares?
This
About
is a
what?
world
It's a
record.
world record.
We want to win it.
Crystal clear video. Jake for both. I'll take glass blower for 3. And then how
Are we gonna have questions?
Goes.
I will say, if you guys are local, even if you're not local and coming to town to take a class, wait until you have Nick as a teacher. He is got 5,000 million hundred glass facts I've never even heard of that he'll share with you.
He does know it all.
Like in a
Elizabeth, I'll
good
tell
way.
you the colors right now. We got Veronica's missing the close-ups at the bench, which we're going to finagle that. We're going to get back to what we need to do. It's only going to get better. Every time we make a move, we're going to figure out the best way for it to work. Amy's loving the patriotic mug. Amy, I'm so happy with that one. I'm glad you love it. The Discello, Julie, is going to be for sale for sure. And let's see, the colors, to repeat, one was, we call it a cranberry pink. It's kind of like a light transparent pink. And then you've got emerald green mixed in as well. They're both transparent, is that correct?
It's going to be very organic, yeah.
And it's going to be organic. So you guys can interpret whatever color organic is. And that's probably what it's going to be.
Yeah, I've got emerald green. I've got a tiny bit of orange mixed in there.
Nice.
But then I've got another layer of that cranberry in the center so that it's got a burst of that cranberry color in the center.
Okay.
And then we're going to probably put a lip wrap on it of, I think maybe, orange.
That's what I was going to say. I was waiting for it.
So that it draws that orange I have, the tiny bit of orange on there, all the way into the outside edge. And I'm going to keep the optics straight on this one and have it be a super sweeter.
I love straight optic ones. I do. It's the bomb diggity. Dave, you're the man.
Will you
I can't
do-
wait to see that get to you safe and sound. I can't wait to see it tomorrow for the annealer reveal. That's a larger mug there. That's kind of what happens when you start encasing color and you start really putting time. I had to leave some thickness in there in order to not let that color get all too wild on me. So inevitably it got a little bigger on me, but it's better than having a small mug. Some of the mugs that sell the very least in our gallery are the ones that are a little too small, maybe 16 ounces, 15 ounces. It's it's just no fun. You don't have enough room for a handle, a full-size handle on there. That one had plenty of room, and the handle went on super nice, even after all that treachery. But no, that mug turned out good, and I'm pretty excited to show that off, Dave, on Thursday, and then after the annealer reveal, it'll get boxed up and it'll be on the road to you. That's a beauty, and we'll sign it. It's going to be good. It's going to go down in history. And this piece will be signed too. They're all signed when you see them on the show and you purchase them from the show. We sign them.
I just found out that there hasn't been any big blown glass in the studio since I blew like 2.5 weeks ago. Because the pipe cooling bucket is evaporated down to nothing.
I just don't use it. I figure it helps my hands get a little bit better. And those guys are handing me hot bunnies. Dave, I'm not sure how much glass you've been doing, but I just pulled off and I'm just adding to my blister here the callus. That's your diamond shear callus right there on your middle finger. And I hope you guys don't all take offense to me pointing my middle finger at the camera to you now. But if you can see that bump right there, that red spot, that's some thick skin right there. And I'll show you with the tool what that looks like. See that move? That's how you open the tool. It's right where your finger sits and puts all the leverage on the tool. So that's a fun one to get. That's how you know somebody, it's regular. I mean, glass blowers that aren't blowing production, if you're not blowing a lot of glass, many pieces in a row, that may not happen. You can have pretty soft baby hands if you're making one piece here and there. But if you're really going through a full day, you get the calluses going big time.
Baby hands.
I joke with all my buddies about their baby hands.
Because they all work computers and they're just sitting at a desk.
Well, there's nothing wrong with it. They got the smart brains. I got the no tech brain.
You got the smart brain, different medium.
Yeah. Nice fit. That's a tough mold to hit because of the width of it, folks, but that went on really good.
This mold reminds me of an acorn squash.
Mm-hmm. The one thing you can do with this mold is rush it. You want to make sure that you don't blow it too quick because you don't want to blow out so thin in between those really hardcore optics, the really thick, extra large optics, that it gets so thin that it wants to crack really easily. You want to wait and let the whole thing equalize. So that's why you saw what I just did with that torch. I heated the neck up.
Hey, I want to give a big shout out to Sharon, you guys, after us getting sent a beautiful finish flag last week. I spoke about on the annealer reveal. Sharon came in a little bit later that day. She's Polish, and she brought in a Polish flag. So we actually started the next tier all the way over by the recycle furnace of flags, and really appreciate people spreading that global love to the Glass Academy. Super cool. Look at the way he's working the tool. It's because he's got the small jacks right now. You don't have as much control. I'm gonna flip him right around before he gets everything.
But take a look at how these optics are still real thick because I waited to blow. So what that's going to do is it's going to really accentuate the scalloping of this rondelle.
Scalloping. Where does that come from, that word?
From a shell.
Scallop shell?
It could be a scallop shell, yeah.
She says pasta.
So Sam said that the word scallop came from pasta because I always love to have the scalloped. Is it scallopini? It's because it's scallopini.
Scalloped potatoes, yeah.
Oh, it comes from potatoes, I see.
They aren't even scalloped. They're just round. They're just cut.
I think they're scalped because you cut them so thin. No?
That's wrong.
I don't know.
Potatoes?
Yeah, scalped.
No. That is wrong.
So look how I'm letting this flatten out, guys, because I want to get a nice flat rondelle.
Let's look at it. Scalloped. It is scalloped.
That's just like a Salvador scalloped peony. Right?
No, not right.
Well,
We got
Chris. Julie's saying that she hopes your second gallery opening went amazing on Friday.
Oh, thanks, Julie. It did. Any of you guys out there, if you're ever up in Ann Arbor, right off of Main Street there, downtown Ann Arbor and Carytown.
By Zingerman's.
Right by Zingerman's, Chris Nordine Studios Gallery. We got all kinds of great work in there, not just mine, but some other artists, but a lot of mine.
It was your gallery.
I'm going to take a Maurice on it. Michelle?
You want me to hop in or you got it?
Michelle can do it. She loves blowing glass when it's this hot out.
That's funny. So to answer Dave's question here, is there any rule of thumb to know what colors will react negatively with one another or just experience? Yeah, well, the main thing, the main one that everybody knows is that white really doesn't work well with your fiery colors. Yellow, red, and orange. That's just kind of a big no-no, but there's a lot of other ones and equally as many cool reactions as there are bad reactions.
Started making a punny, sorry.
But it's all really
use
just
it for the
knowing.
punny.
It's just about experience, and that's learning from shop to shop too. I learned a lot from Drew and Janine out in Pittsburgh and the different colors they use. I mean, they get from the same manufacturer, but they've just slowly built their arsenal of colors. I mean, each manufacturer has probably 200 colors of 2 or 3 different color producers. So it's like, what's your color style at your studio and what are you producing as an artist? And you learn those different chemical reactions based on the colors that you're using in your shop. So it's about experience, I would say. So Michelle's whipping up a nice punny here on a counterweight after bringing over the Maurice. Chris is getting ready to transfer it over. What's the importance of the Maurice on that one?
Well, because we're going to put one of the aluminum hangers on the back, so you need to have a Maurice on the back to grind a little spot. So
A little spot to grind, so it's not on like a scallop.
Yeah, and from the other side, you don't want to remove any of the color. You know, you don't want the bottom of the piece to look anything like a scalloped potato.
No, and I think if you tried to punny up a scallop, they would get too greasy and they would just slide right off of the
It
pipe.
might sound good since when you cook them, you're really supposed to like sear them with like butter and garlic.
Pay attention to what's going on here.
Sorry, I was cooking a scallop in my own mind.
Yes, you were. You could probably cook one on the bench. We should do that. Put an egg.
Crack an egg into it?
Crack an egg on the bench and see if we can cook it.
I would love the opportunity to cook some breakfast in the hot shop.
I'm just saying it's so hot.
You can start that orange lip wrap, Shell.
Matt actually burned his hand. I'll do the lip wrap, yeah. Matt burned his hand today on this part of the bench.
Again?
The sun, same hand. The sun was shining down and we were blowing production and that thing got hot. It was just...
That's what I'm saying. You could fry an egg on it.
Yeah.
All right, Jake's going to do the lip wrap.
Hey, Shell, would you pull 2 large paddles out and set them on the knockoff bench? Because that's how we're going to put this away. Set them on 2 paddles.
You want it a little bit juicier, right?
Sure.
See, we switched up the word juicy there.
You know, you said that was a pretty tight color, right? I go green.
All right.
Because sometimes a tight orange on the lip will crack the rondelle.
Because it won't spin out enough?
It just, so at the end, it tightens up before the rest of the piece, and then BAM! It explodes. I've had that happen before.
That sounds horrible.
It's a bummer, that's for sure, when it happens.
I'm going to get 3 coats on here. It's going to spin out so much, we want it to be real dense and tasty. I'm just trying to make room for myself around these parts. The bigger the piece, the less room the assistant has to finagle. But I think we got it now.
Ooh, this baby's looking good.
Felt really good sitting over there with the fan blowing on me, just reading comments.
Fan?
Yeah. Really
I put the fan when we're working on getting our 3rd furnace, all the safety equipment put on it, folks. And we had our good friend Jim Adrian out here who was working on it behind under the hood.
While we were blowing glass.
While we were blowing glass.
All 3 furnaces.
And Jim's probably probably in his late 70s, maybe early 80s, but he
long
was
sleeve shirt.
he was definitely warm under there.
Long sleeve shirt. I was like, this guy is.
So I put a fan back there for him, and all it was doing was blowing screaming hot air on him. I was like, "Is this better, Jim?" And he's just like, "Whatever."
Why we need that big exhaust fan? He didn't know how
Matt's
to
coming
fix
up
it.
tomorrow
Okay, good.
to fix the exhaust fan. Our exhaust fan's broke, folks. It got so hot that the variable speed motor just burned up.
So,
Really, the
yep,
controller, not the motor.
that's how it goes, folks.
Maybe we should move the controller away from under the hood.
It probably would be a good idea.
Do what? Oh.
Move it away. Move it into the refrigerator. So you open up the fridge and it's in there.
Anybody power wash their house this summer yet?
You know, that's what everybody does when you're just bored and sitting around. You power wash your house.
Well, I mean, isn't it a yearly thing or is it less than
He
that?
power washed his neighbor's house, technically.
What?
He power washed his neighbor's house, technically.
Not my neighbor's fence.
Give me a
Maybe it's
paddle.
fine.
A little. Maybe I don't need a paddle.
All right, here comes
But
the
isn't
big
that a yearly
spin-out.
thing? I saw the guy across the street do it.
It depends what type of house you have. If you have a brick house, no.
That is hot and juicy.
Look at that, you guys. And the
Probably
cool
burning
thing
his
is
arm right off right now.
that this is the perfect way to make a bowl. Look at this tasty bowl I just made. But I'm not stopping here. Look at that.
Sorry, folks.
That's a gorgeous bowl, but now we're going for the spin out.
It belongs in the sea.
Yeah, this is going to be nice. Jake, would you get on that left?
Left door's mine.
Okay, to show off the glass.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Pull that heat shield back a little, Jake, would you? All right.
Crazy, folks.
It's all centrifugal force.
Elizabeth's never seen one of these, but she's in for one now. Oh my God, he's stretching it. Yeah.
Look how fast that's going, guys. Now watch.
Now he's gonna let it hang and dangle. Oh my God.
That is a beaut.
Look at the edge. Look at the scallops. You can almost see them swimming.
And see the darker
Yeah,
pinkish purple in the center?
man.
All right, guys, it's as thin. We can't mess around. We got to get it off of there. Jake's got
Don't
two
mess
paddles on the
around.
knockoff
Don't
bench.
mess around with it. So if it breaks off good, then we're
Good.
good. Yep. He's really dousing it. He's gonna knock it. I'm gonna hand him the torch. I'll torch it.
Cindy Keats, I see your message. I got it. You will pick it up. I hope you're coming to the Big Bubble
Ooh,
World Record
body right
event.
here.
I'd
Should have
say.
a glove on. My goodness. I think I got the angle. I'm good. Thank you. Beauty. That's just smooth so you can grind it down nice and good.
All right, going into the oven, folks, with this pizza pie.
Right side or what?
Right side.
Holy moly.
All right.
That was a tasty one.
Woo! Somehow, I think I sucked in and my mic went like this. I was right in my mouth.
Wow. Well,
I had a microphone, folks.
watch out, everybody.
Can't take you anywhere.
Everybody's rolling their eyes.
Oh,
Well, that's a good one right there. That one's going to be for sale if I do declare, do believe. And let me take a guess, because if that person that bought that piece was the person that I thought, oh, nope.
Nope.
Wow, congratulations, though. Whoever got that amazing reverse sphere piece had a $5 bet with Marissa going.
She wanted it too.
And she wanted it,
She
yeah.
did, but it was like, if it
she said she
sells,
was contemplating it. You guys, check out these succulents. I'm surprised. I love making these things. Look at this thing. From the front, it's gorgeous.
That thing is
It's like a yucca with a spire coming up out of the top.
I love that.
Almost could be a mini agave plant.
Totally.
If you're into tequila, you got the agave bulb down there, but that thing is beautiful. You can't kill it. You never have to water it. It's in its own little crystal pot. These are beautiful signature. What do we call these? Just succulents?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love them. I love making these too.
Speaking about tequila, check out these sweet margarita glasses.
The low boys.
With the desert rock on the bottom. You hold them like that, boom. A lot of room in there for what you need. These are sweet, and I actually took a set of these home to my house, and I love them.
You did?
I don't make margaritas often at home, but they look nice. Margaritas are for going out sometimes. I know Sharon loves a good margarita at home. And out, probably.
Well,
But
now.
anyway, what was, oh, this is what I was going to show off. Can we switch to Command Central? Yeah.
Command Central.
I love
Now
that
we're back.
quick and easy switch button.
That was pretty quick and easy.
Well, that's what's really cool.
That quick and easy button.
We got
Look at my head. That's pretty clear camera.
All right,
It's a
check
really
this
quick
out,
camera.
folks. Who remembers from the experimental show, the banana phone? Look at this thing. If you really type on it hard, you can get the cord out of the way, and you can hit your numbers, and it actually fits pretty cozy up here, you know? It would work pretty good.
Did you talk
Lean
about
back up
why
on the
it's got
wall.
all the weirdness in it?
What's all that weirdness you're talking about? All this craziness in here?
That'd be the craziness I'm
All
talking
that
about.
cracking in the surface.
Man, that camera does look good. Look at that.
I can tell you, just be careful when you're showing and slinging that around, Jake, because the last incompatible piece that I took out of the annealing oven, the top of it
Photo?
fell off and fell down on my hand and cut me right there, and I needed like 18 stitches in my hand.
Yeah, so we want to.
So just be gentle
rid
with
of
that because
piece.
you don't want a piece to fall and hurt you.
Chris, can
Well,
you back up?
It's very true. It's wise because it's completely smooth to touch on the outside. All these cracks are on the inside from the yellow on the inside not being compatible with the clear that we use on the outside. So it's a pretty crazy looking piece, to be honest. And the stem, if it hadn't had cracked, it would honestly look pretty banana phone-ish. And that was a really fun piece to make on the experimental show. It took Matt and it took Michelle to make it happen. But I guess I won't hold it up to my head anymore.
No.
But I'll just put
Good
it right
idea.
here. It's a good piece. Will be recycled
Well,
Maybe
it won't be
not.
recycled because it's not compatible.
because it's not compatible. So Michelle's getting that piece up on the website, folks. If you are Discello havers, collectors, and whatnot, that's a pretty nice one with the tad bit of orange, pink, transparent pink, purple, and emerald green in there.
No.
Well, the one thing I wanted to mention, I'm not in the camera, guys. I'm hiding out right over here. But, if somebody does buy that Tasty Discello, if you message Jake about it, we can do two littler ones to match it in the same color, so you got
Make the
three
trio
on the
out of
wall.
it.
It'll be super cool. Because I won't forget that color pattern I used on there in case somebody who buys it wants, a couple more for the wall.
Good memory. It's got good memory.
Can I do some housekeeping? Customer appreciation. I don't know where the camera is. Can you see me? Yeah. Customer appreciation is the end of July, the 29th and 30th. So right
Same
prior
time.
to the world record, everything is going to move out of the gallery so we can set up the bubbles. We are going to be cranking on bubbles. So that's pretty nice on a hot day to just be making bubbles. It's pretty easy. We've got our chicks, we've got eggs.
What is customer appreciation?
Customer appreciation, you walk in the door and we've got a little basket, you reach in and you pull out a ticket and it might say an extra 20% off or 30% off or 40 or 50% off. And then there's all kinds of specials that we have going on, like
Is that
spend
just
this much money.
in-house, just for local people?
Yep, customer appreciation at this point is only local.
In
Yeah,
years past,
so-
we've had people come in from out of town, though, seriously,
Yeah.
for the big event.
Well, we've been saying for a long time that and the Guinness Book of World Records.
Is it the same day?
If you're gonna come
Same
into
weekend.
town,
Oh,
Coming into town, you come on a Saturday, you have a Sunday, leave on Monday, or even leave Sunday night. We almost 90% confirmed on a food truck for that day as well. I want to get 2 though, if we had like a dessert one and we had a tasty lunch and
Uncle Eric's one of his really good buddies is the guy who has the beignet one.
No way.
And beignets.
No way.
Send them along.
Oh my
You
god.
can't eat any though, it's wheat.
Yeah, you guys
I was talking about for everybody else, not for me.
I'll eat
This is
beignets
where all my wheat's
day.
at right here.
It's all good. Okay, so we got some bubbles to make.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking, and I don't know. Oh my god.
You gotta make the giveaway.
It's 7:35.
Yeah. So we got one more wheel of names.
I kind of thought it would be cool to see if we did like 5 minutes or like 3 minutes, how many bubbles we could make in 3 minutes each. If we could get like 3 bubbles done.
Do you want the giveaway to be bubbles?
Why don't we do that for a competition next week?
Yeah.
See who makes the most in 5
Well,
minutes.
we've got a special competition for next week.
Well, we'll bump it.
No,
This is
we've been
Bubble
bumping
Town.
it.
We're going to Bubble Town.
Let's do it right now.
Too hot to do it right now.
I can't do anything right now, sorry.
Maybe I'll make a bubble for a giveaway and really just go out on a limb.
Yes, the Discello is up on the website.
All right, I got an idea then. I'm gonna make the giveaway.
Okay, can we do wheel of names for
I got
the
a
cup?
great idea.
My mic's been off all this time, so everyone anything
Oh! They might have been. Maybe they picked it up from his lingering mic. Okay, this.
Oh yeah, the 4th of July special twist tumbler, super light, super feathery, beautiful twist, piece of deliciousness.
That's the giveaway from last
Show
week.
number 170 holds like a something delicious.
That's probably holding at least 20 ounces minimum.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
And the winner is. Drum roll.
Did we do the spin?
No, because we're working on that.
Still got tech to be figured out.
Jane Short.
Jane, all right. Read that one through the thing.
Yeah, and I don't see many entries tonight, you guys. What's up? Did you all enter through the e-news contest? But if not, e-news at Glass Academy, have you seen bubble sculptures?
I think...
Like, you know how they're doing them now at businesses? Like you go walk through the bubble arch, or restaurants will put bubbles all over the ceiling or something.
Those are balloons, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Balloons. Arr.
Yeah,
Balloon.
but
If
we
you've
did.
seen
We've
balloon
done
art.
tons of bubbles. We went down to the Marriott Hotel in Miami, Florida, by the airport, and put like 600
Yeah,
glass
but
bubbles
I
in
meant
there.
to say balloons. I meant to say balloons.
Jeez.
Okay, what are we doing?
I think that people are going to start entering once they see this giveaway piece.
All right, start it up.
I could have got you in the eye, Sam.
Would you
sorry.
stop being a child? Where's that bus?
It slipped off my finger.
Sam, which bus? The double decker or just regular? Oh wait.
Here we go.
Get the shirt
Take it
made.
to
I
the
love
birthday
that.
Dentist cam.
All right, revert to Dennis Cam.
Could you put up a couple more of those red pipes, Dad?
Yes,
Little
Just like
ones.
2 more little red pipes.
it's the bus making noise.
Hey, we could do
Possibly a footing tool.
Let's do a goblet with
Bunch of bubbles in the stem.
stem bubble, bubble, bubble.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
All right.
I'll recycle. Let's do it. Holy.
Nice gather, probably, Jake.
What?
Did you take a nice gather?
Yeah, right into
Nice and clean.
a swarming school of bubbles. Gonna need to give that a rake. Could you grab the rake back there?
I don't think it's back there anymore. Because Jim was back there.
Oh, it's over here in the corner, I think. So, that didn't work, folks. We're going through so much recycle right now that, let me get another pipe up while I'm talking.
That's awesome because we have so much in storage.
Yeah, we're working with way more recycle than we're producing at all right now, which is such a beautiful thing in itself. But at the same time, on a different front, on the technical front, we're charging this furnace so much that the glass doesn't have time to catch up and become beautiful glass yet. So we're getting a lot of seeds in it. So every so often, what Chris is doing over here, you can pan it over to Chris while he's all done now. But he was taking the rake. The rake is this thick piece of metal, and he's raking off the top inch of the pot, pushing it all to the back where all the bubbles are, and letting them pop back there, and leaving a nice, juicy, bubble-free area to gather from. And I don't mind bubbles at all, but there were like 300 bubbles in that gather. It was literally a school of bubbles. So now we're gonna get serious. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice, clean, beautiful gather. Janice is getting a little more loose with the camera. He's getting it freed up.
Uh-oh. I failed to tuck my mic in again. Maybe I could do it one-handed.
Pineapple twist, what are you doing?
Doing mic work. Ah. I did it. I'm finagling a little bit there, misshaped this, so I'm just getting it back where I wanted it. El Pafar. That's the stretch. I'm going to be dropping it in the mold. We're going for a nice optic twist. It's going to be an all recycled piece. Chris had the exact same idea that I did, and luckily I had already started when he came up with the idea, meaning I'm making the piece.
So we're gonna just make these probably out like a mini blown foot that's not blown out all the way. Neck it down and you're just gonna drop it onto an Evolio, one hot, then another one hot, a little off center, and just juggle it down.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think that's perfect.
And a cool thing about that is it really shows off the beauty of the essence of the glass and the way it like sinks together and looks great.
I'd like to have a couple of the necklines. Oh, we're putting on the hot. You want to cut? I see.
Oh yeah.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense. I might need a little bit of air here now.
I can do it.
Thanks, Mom. Blow pretty hard. Lighten up. Good.
It's really interesting doing the bubble class blow.
Good.
Because what we're discovering is so many of the people are like, I want to blow in it, but the pipe's moving. How do you do this? Like, the comments they're saying are really interesting.
Good. It's so true. It's the beauty of having the untrained eye around.
Yeah, it's like, it
cool.
reminds us from the beginning. It's different than our other classes, especially because that class is blowing the bubble. All the other classes are solid work.
Right. All right, folks. We got a nice twist on there.
Super nice. That was hot.
It was hot. It was moving. All right. How about an Evolio? A cycle Evolio?
Yep.
Do a little two-parter.
You want a
One,
two-part?
then the heat, and then one.
Okay.
A little on the bigger side, too, so we'll have some room to drop them. Drop those bulbs.
Hey, while you guys are doing that, can I answer the critter? We had asked people about critters, what they had in their yard. A lot of the basic stuff, squirrels, bunny, robins, making nests in their yards, which a lot of people live in the city, so that makes sense. No sloths. Skunks, there were skunks. Someone had some foxes. But I do want to say we have skunks, and guess who got skunked yesterday?
We had sloths? Oh. Oh.
It's the double.
That son of a gun.
All right, who got skunked yesterday was Mr. Poe, right in the darn face at like 10 o'clock at night.
Treachery.
That's our dog,
It was
everybody.
not pretty.
Pulled mine right to the ground, too.
Yeah, I was walking the dog, late night walk. He turned the corner, saw something, and pulled me straight. I don't know why I just don't let go of the leash, but it's so unexpected. You're just kind of hanging on to it.
Yeah.
And it's like, just got pulled across
you don't
someone's
wanna
front
let 'em
lawn.
go.
Someone says they have deers are having babies under their tree. Now that's pretty cool to watch.
Probably just 3 little bubbles if you pull it out of here more. There you go.
Dana said she gets bobcats where she is. That's pretty cool. There's something so interesting about the bubble class. Like, everyone's all shy and quiet in the beginning.
Yeah.
And by the end of class, they're all talking, taking pictures.
It's so fun.
I think they're intimidated, and we just don't realize that
Of
until,
course.
you know.
It's, I mean, the other classes are a little bit more similar, but
But they're smaller.
They're smaller. Matt and I are teaching one. We keep selling out. We keep adding more classes right now. Matt and I are teaching one on Thursday evening. 17 people in the class. We're going to go through about 30 bubbles in one event starting at 4 o'clock.
Is Matt ready for this?
I don't know. He did one with me the other day, but I don't know if he's ready for 17
Do you want me to
people.
start with him and then he sees what I'm doing and take over? I don't know. He can't put a neck in like
How
that.
big you want it, like
He's
that?
not putting the neck in. He's having him bonk it off. That looks pretty, maybe a hair bigger, yeah. Beautiful. That's perfect. All right, here comes bubble introduction number 1.
Oh, this
Little
is
puff.
something that's kind of new too. I don't know if you guys
Nice,
noticed.
I like it like that. You can stiff it up and use the torch on it a little to get rid of that.
Sam started doing some shorts on YouTube.
Yeah, they're going really popular.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. So we're gonna do some shorts where we take different videos, put them together with music. She did one of the bubble class. We're
We
gonna
could
add
do a
shorts.
commemorative Guinness World Record wine glass and beer mug.
Oh,
You
baby.
gotta do 1,000. That's like a year project.
You know?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And it can always be.
Starting to look like it.
Yeah.
That's a great, yeah, we're gonna do that for sure. We'll make like 15 of them only sold the day of.
Or just they're always sold in the bar.
That's true too. One style.
I like the Michigan room. They call it that, because that wasn't there something in Dearborn that was called something like that? It was called like the something room.
You can have it.
This one's a hair smaller.
That's perfect. No variations,
That's
great.
what I was thinking.
So that guy's stuck on the side, which is what we wanted. Now I'm gonna do one offside. I want to see it not a 2D zigzag, but a 3D. So they're going.
Who said?
It's gonna be one heck of a giveaway. You said nobody was entering, so I guess we had to get a little crazy
Yeah,
with it.
so if you want to win this, enews@glassacademy.com.
This might be, yeah.
You might have entered in the e-news that came out. That's a different survey.
Ready?
Yeah.
We'll see those results later. Yes, Julie, that is what we did
Real
for
light.
Poe yesterday. Hydrogen peroxide, Dawn dish soap, and baking soda. And the unfortunate part was he got it in his face. So with that hydrogen peroxide, we had to be real careful around his eyes. We had a wet towel over his eyes. Still smells a little stinky. He's banished to his cage for the night instead of his bed. It's so interesting with the skunk. Everyone's throwing in some skunk comments. When you smell them from far, it's like doable, but when they're like just sprayed, Carrie said one sprayed under her window, and like it was so bad it woke her up.
Wow.
It's crazy when they're up close.
Yeah.
And then there'll be like those people who have pet skunks. You know, that'd be crazy to have one. Like, what if it sprays?
Yeah, it would. Not really sure the best way to do it. I think I got it. Might just take this one at the bench.
Just
Thinking
drop it on the opposite side of the other one.
What, over here?
Yeah.
Do 3 and not going down?
Yep.
I kind of like that as a cluster, but I don't think 3. I think I need like 5 for a cluster.
Yeah. So you got to just go
All right.
stem.
Fine. A little puffy. We might have to just we could make these for sale too, you know.
That's what I was talking about.
First person gets the giveaway, and we can put these up for sale, as many as we want. It's up to you.
I'd love that, but we have some bubbles to make.
What?
When we are at like 800 bubbles and there's a week away, you can talk to me about that. We didn't do this world record not to win.
Looky here to see that one.
Got it. Thanks.
So now you're gonna put a
Little
Bolio or
Yeah.
okay. You gotta find center on that.
I think I found it. I think I lined it up just right.
2-part, are we dropping it on?
2-part.
Is that like 2-pack?
2-pack.
Who
I know
is
that guy.
2-pack?
Look at that center right there. It's crazy.
So we are efficient with our shipping. We had seen your slug pin post your shipment going out, so apologize about that. Guess you'll just have to place another order.
No, it doesn't matter.
Let me do the foot on her?
Sure. Yep. Okay, lighten up. Oh, baby.
The punty on the right in the middle is the one for punting up.
Okay. Look how straight that thing is.
I love it. I love it.
That is tight. All right, let's finish her off.
Can't believe this is the giveaway.
I know. Holy crap. You ready for it?
I am.
Here we go, folks. I'm gonna turn this fan right off.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. Perfect size. Perfect squeeze, paper thin. Wow. Someone's gonna be owning the first,
The combo.
Crazy.
Crazy.
first Guinness Book of World Records chalice. But it's not over yet.
We are having the 10 organizations. I've had confirmations from 3 of them. They'll be joining us the day of the event. It's fun to see who people donate to and why.
And a reminder, if you guys know somebody, or I'm
100% sure I got one food truck locked down, but if you know somebody or have someone else, some sweets or whatever the deal is, someone you want to be a part of our event, let us know. We still got some room to add some more festivities.
I just got an amazing text from Cindy Keat
Yeah?
with a bunch
About
of
the cake?
blown blue sugar bubbles she did, and she's been practicing
Oh.
What?
hasn't
Are you
mastered.
serious? You gotta send that to me.
I'm gonna.
That's an amazing fan of ours from the Ren Fair who's going to be making us a cake.
The lottery in Michigan is $440 million. What are your odds? You have better chances.
At least we don't have to make 440 million
Might have to
bubbles.
straighten that
I
up a
know,
little
but
bit.
listen, you could have a better chance of winning this. We've got...
I'm heating your tweezers up.
Oh, I should have tickets. We've got, I don't know,
I'm fine.
50-some
You're
people
fine?
watching. You got a good chance
Oh, to win?
to win this, right? The odds
yeah.
for
Odds are
$440 million are
amazing.
horrible, but odds to win this
Oh,
are
seriously?
1 out of 50, 1 out of 60.
Usually it's like 140, I think, has been our average.
We're gonna stamp the bottom of this.
That's what Elizabeth just said. Where's the GA stamp?
We're going to stamp it, and we're going to sign the heck out of this thing. I'll tell you that. And I didn't overheat it either. He knows the optics are real thin there, so he gave it everything it needed and nothing more. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, 7:59. You know what happens at 8 o'clock? The camera just shuts off.
Oh,
and-
no.
We all turned into a pumpkin.
Yep,
No.
I'm teasing. This will be the giveaway.
Yeah. Yes. Low squatty.
Carrie said she enters every week and has not won yet.
Who's that?
She's waiting for the big win. It must be a very special piece
This
she's
is
going to
going
win.
to be a big win.
Janet Carlisle says, beautiful giveaway, great collaboration. I know some of you are watching and you're silent. We haven't heard from you in a little bit, so it's
Yeah,
nice
it
to
is.
hear the comments. Sometimes we wonder where everyone
the
has
fork
gone,
up.
but we have lots of regulars who are on the show.
All right, guys. You get a good shot of that, Dennis?
Sorry, everybody. He's going to focus on it 1 second.
I'm gonna flash it and come
there
back.
it is.
All right, guys, this is the giveaway.
Yeah. Wow. That's the giveaway, folks. Tell your friends and family to enter. If you got a daughter or a nephew or a grandma or a grandpa, they've got emails and they will get you another entry into this giveaway. Unless they just decide to keep it themselves if they win. But seriously, if there's any giveaway to spread the love on, this is the one. It's perfectly straight, I could tell. It's gonna come off nice and smooth. I got the torch, the forks are up there. I'd probably give them another flash though. Oh yeah.
You got the stamper?
Thanks.
That's the first of the many commemorative Guinness Book of World Record bubble glasses.
And the beauty is, no matter how tight we wanted to make them similar to each other, all the bubbles are going to sit on those stems differently. Some
Yeah.
might be in a straight line, some might be in a full C, who knows?
We got to do a group of us so people can pick out the one they want.
Yes.
That was sweet, Jake.
I was already thinking we should do a goblet show coming up soon, and that would be one to do.
Yeah.
So, you know what I wanted to comment on tonight?
Let's take it to Command Central.
All right, Command Central. Wow, she just hits a button and we're here. Do you know what didn't happen tonight? The camera did not overheat. So I want to give a shout out to Sam, Howard, Sean, the guys from Octane Design, all the people that helped us put this new system together and really figure it out and take the time. There's so much research that has to go into this. We're not techie people. So the camera didn't overheat. We had a little couple quirks. We'll figure it out. Getting better every week. Tell us what you liked, what you didn't like. But I don't know about you, but I saw that camera quality. It looks way, way better, and I'm super excited about it. So they've left me. It's super hot. We're all ready to be done. 8:03. Thank you for watching. Got lots of bubbles to make. We are having an employee staff party. I know someone wanted to give Sam a bubble. Did you know this? Did we tell you this? Someone gifted you a bubble, but then we have a staff night, so we said she's covered there. So we might do an online version, like if you want to get your name on the list of people who participated. But as of right now, we need all the bubbles to stay in here. We can't ship any out. So we might do like a $20 ticket to have a bubble made in your name and add your name to the list. So that will be out next week, which will be great. Meanwhile, Jake is making lots of bubbles, so 234 by the time we do the show next week. Maybe it will be 634, which would be pretty amazing. So we'll see about that.
Yeah, I was sitting on the couch last night, like, did she say we were at like 200 something yesterday?
We gotta crank it.
What happened? Where did all the time go?
We gotta crank it. So this is no joke. We signed up for this. We're gonna win it. We know we can do this. It's buckle down. It's go time.
That's fine. I'll put some headphones in and go to town. I might
Yeah.
come in here at 8 p.m. Who knows?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Early morning without the glory hole on. It was really nice the other night. I just ran out of time. All right, Jane, you got an invoice sent to you. I know you're in Canada, but we'll make it work.
What's that for?
The cup she won.
Oh, nice. Sweet. Yeah, get your entries in. Tell your friends and family about that one. We're going to give it away next week. We're going to have the anneal reveal on Thursday at 1:30, so tune in to see that. See Dave's sweet piece, see that Discello, and see whatever else is going on in the shop. Any last questions?
Yes, we noticed the camera, the brightness needs to be adjusted. Those windows don't help us out at all, but we're going to work on those things. I think next time we'll have the camera more above coming down on the hot shop.
We're
and
going to
then
work
we'll
on
get
it
rid of
all,
that.
folks. We're going to keep learning and keep doing better every day.
Cool. Over and out.